why should you have a listener line? Well, and when I say listener line, it's basically a line where you can record calls. Okay. You could set it up to where you could talk live with people. I haven't really used it in that context. I just set it up so then there's a number that people can call. Um, you can record them, so you could get some audio that you could use in a liner or something. Um, it's also just a good way for people to communicate with you and interact. They'll leave you a message and say, hey, could you mention this about our club or organization, whatever. So there's that element of it too. For me, the thing I like the best about it is I could record audio from listeners, and it's pretty cool. So here's the way I would set it up. And let me share my screen here really quick. Okay, so guys, this is assuming you have a Google account. So if you have a Google account, when you go to Google, if you're logged into your Google account, you see this series of dots right up here, right here. That's the Google apps. Click on Google apps. If you scroll down, at least for me, it's way down at the bottom. You got this Google Voice. Click on that. Now, let me give you a little backstory. Here's something that I learned. If you don't use it often enough, you'll lose it. Okay. Use it or lose it. So what happened with me is mine got shut down because I hadn't been using it enough. Right. So that's on me. But here's how you set up another one. You notice right down here at the bottom, it says to call and text, get a Google Voice number. So I'm just going to get a new one. Just going to click right on the get a number and choose a phone number. And it looks like my old one is there. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to have to verify. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. Whoops, hold on here. I'm going to stop sharing just because I don't want to share my personal number with everyone. No offense, right? And I can set it up to where it's forwarding to my regular phone that I use. Okay. And then it's going to send a code. It's sending me a code. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing this right now, but you know what's going on here. So here's the code they sent me. I'm going to enter it. Okay. I'm going to verify. Okay. And I'm finishing it. So I'll share it again. So it's verified. They texted it to the phone number that I provided. Here's my new listener line number. Okay. And there it is. Okay. And I go back in and it says I have one new voicemail. This is actually a voicemail that was already in there. So it told me that my phone number had expired, but then it just let me reset it up. Now, what I'll go in and do is make sure that my greeting's still on there and everything. It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to do. So just set it up in Google, and it lets you choose an area code that you want to choose. Obviously I serve Montana, so I wanted to make sure that I had a Montana area code in my number. If obviously you want to pick an area code relative to your station, but that's all you got to do. And then make sure you're checking it often every day, right? And once you have that number, you can be pushing it out. If you've listened to Radio Valley, I've got liners playing that say, hey, call the listener line, and it lists the number. I have sweepers, produce sweepers that same thing. And then I've also made sweepers that say, hey, let's check in with one of our friends on the listener line. And it's just a recording that people have left.
Let's check in with a friend on the Radio Valley listener line.
This is Kayla calling from Thompson Falls. And I just wanted to say that we love Radio Valley. I love to put it on for my girls, and I love to dance around. And it's also fun to listen to old music that I used to listen to with my dad when I was little.
Give us a call on the Radio Valley listener line at 406 285 8 829.
This is Radio Valley.
So it's really that simple, but just make sure that you're using it often enough. Just call into the line yourself or whatever, have a friend call in, whatever. Otherwise it will go away, right? So you don't want to do that. So hope that helps. Easy to do, just set it up right through Google. Have it forwarded to your phone, to your whatever phone you want. So then you can actually hear them right on the phone. So I just log into, when I'm in Google, I can just go right into the Google Voice app. I can download the recorded calls. People can also text me. Okay. So you get texts and phone calls that you can use. Anyways, hope that helps. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you later. We'll see you.